During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have me penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always be aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
Howdy, folks. Welcome aboard. It is Wednesday, August 1st, 2018. The media insurgency lives, and we are going to commence the jiggling here today, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, you are listening to Revenge of the Cis, everybody's favorite bad guys, everybody's favorite scapegoats. Mike Shilley and Royce Lopez joining you for this midweek coverage of news and events. Mm-hmm. And, we're going to be just mature, good Americans.
Are we, though?
Yeah, good optics moving forward.
So I guess this is a quick one. The breaking news that was happening was they banned the release of the blueprints for 3D printed guns.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. Were those the blueprints that already got released on the internet? And there was like a moratorium on it, and then they outlawed them?
Right. They're everywhere now. I have like 3 different links. I don't even have a 3D printer, but I'm saying there's links everywhere.
Someone should have informed our government that the internet is forever.
Yeah, you really can't.
Do you understand if you guys like allowed a lapse in the revenge porn laws for 1 week?
Yep.
The amount of horrendously evil, vicious shit people would do for that 1 week.
Yeah, it'd be really bad.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that. Like once you illegal for a minute.
So it's out there, and everyone's
Yeah.
everyone's freaking out. Here's the thing, by the way, the realistic thing with these guns. First off, you need a really good 3D printer where it has like the heavy duty nylon. You can't just use a cheap one.
Yeah.
Because you'll kill yourself.
You gotta have one of those printers you can build a Westworld host with.
Right, exactly. And even still,
you can't do it with the same. You know that fucking 3D printer that some spoiled twat had his parents buy him.
Yeah,
and he fucking 3D prints little Warhammer 40K figurines and paints them. It's not the same. You can't build a gun with that.
Yeah. So they are. Here's the thing, man. The cat's out of the bag now, dude. You ain't gonna do nothing about it.
There's so many blueprints out there.
It's going to be now impossible. And yeah, I do understand that you need a bit, but just like all the technology, 3D printers are gonna get better, and those blueprints are still gonna work.
Yeah, and I mean these guns also are not obviously gonna. You can't pull a fucking 60K in sushi comped style attack with a fucking 3D printed gun. You know what I mean? You're still gonna have to go to some well-known manufacturers of weapons to buy a gun that you can mass kill with.
How long before you see the first news article that says somebody kills himself or kills somebody with a 3D printed gun? How long? Like from this date? Like from August 1st? When do you think?
Well, it's illegal now.
So faster than normal.
So I say that or not at all because they don't care about illegal guns. Remember, they only care about you legally owning a good gun. That's all they care about.
But my point is that if somebody because now the left is freaking out, and a lot of people on the right too about the 3D guns. And the moment somebody kills himself, and they're going to, it will make news because they'll be like, "See what I mean about guns?"
Anyone who kills themselves with a 3D printed gun is a fucking asshole.
It's fair.
You know how like unreliable and scary that would be? Like if I was going to kill myself, I would use a powerful gun.
Yes.
That was made by, you know what I mean? Like Ruger or like, you know what I mean? Some kind of really well-known like Smith & Wesson or Winchester. And then you would put that in your mouth and go, this baby's going to do the job. You 3D print a gun out of like, some kind of metal, some kind of mysterious 3D printer metal. You just load it up and go, here we go,
The
folks.
3D printer's not metal; it's nylon.
A nylon gun, good. Yeah, why don't you just do the? If you're gonna end hero yourself, do it with a reliable firearm.
Yeah. But my point is,
I don't. 200-year-old company.
I don't mean purposely kill themselves. I mean if you use a subpar material and you hit the bullet, it can explode and shoot you in the face. That's what I mean. I'm not talking about purposely killing themselves. I'm talking about killing themselves accidentally.
Well, that is, if they do it accidentally, it's going to depend if they're young, if they're a kid.
Right.
We're going to have to see how the hysterics go. But again, I don't think they're going to care as much. They want your actual guns.
Yeah, no, that's true. But again, this does leave an option when these 3D printers get better. You're going to probably be able to make some decent guns, right? Like every technology gets better, right? I mean, 3D printers suck now. Remember when CD players first came out? They were like $900.
What's the Sam Hyde quote? Soda Stream will do for soda what 3D printers did for assault rifles.
It's pretty good.
We're just gonna kill them.
So,
we're just gonna kill them.
Yeah. We do have an update on the story that we talked about yesterday, and been going on for a while.
Oh no, yeah, this guy.
So yesterday we talked about Issac Kappey. Okay? Issac Kappey is the gentleman who's on some sort of stimulant, screaming about Hollywood, and the one that called Seth Green pedophile.
Also may or may not be a gentleman of Semitic origin.
He is. Paris Jackson and Seth Green, alleged victims of threatening shootout with cops. Alleging victims of actor threatening shootout with cops. An actor who allegedly choked Paris Jackson and accused Seth Green of pedophilia is now the focus of a police investigation. On the heels of threatening to shoot out with the cops, TMZ has learned.
Womp womp.
Sources with direct knowledge of the case tell us LAPD's Threat Management Division opened an investigation of Issac Kappey on Friday for alleged harassment and stalking of Seth and his wife, Claire. We're told Kappey was repeatedly accused Seth of pedophilia, most recently in a rambling video he posted last month. Additionally, we're told he allegedly grabbed Paris Jackson by the throat about a month ago during a game night party.
A game night, by the way. Game night.
Yeah. So, I mean, this guy, if this is true, he really was getting invited to a party with some legit people.
I get it.
I'm not saying he's in anybody. I'm just saying that.
But, look. Hanging out with Seth Green and Paris Jackson and maybe, doing some caveman nitro energy is not the same as watching Tom Hanks and Steven Spielberg fucking do a spit roast on a kid. You know what I mean? Like, he's taking some real fucking you got to take some real leaps of faith with Issac Kappey to go on this journey with him.
The final straw for police was a threatening tweet he posted last Wednesday. Kappey said, "In light of in the interesting traffic happening around my house, I want to make something crystal clear. While I am a very strong advocate of peaceful discourse, make no mistake, assets are in place, and if you kill me or try it, it will rain 50 cals in the Hollywood Hills." We're told the threat of a 50 caliber bullet shootout was enough for LAPD to open a case.
This guy's a fucking nut job. I think this is all a fucking stunt. He's famous now. Welcome to Los Angeles, right?
Kappey's rant and alleged attacks are made more bizarre by the fact that he had a very friendly relationship with Seth in the past. We're told earlier this year he sent multiple letters to Seth and Claire, but rather than attacking them, he declared love for the couple. And then there's a list of him.
That doesn't mean that they were pals. It sounds like he's a fucking stalker. Right?
Here's a copy of one of the letters. I'm going to read it that he wrote to Seth Green. Happy B-Day, Claire. First off, I need you guys to know that I love you very much and care about you deeply. Please know that I wouldn't do anything to harm you. You are family to me, and that means a lot. I hope you can see that.
Does this sound like the letter of a guy that was close with Seth Green? This sounds like a letter from a guy who met Seth Green once or twice.
And the creepy part is that it's handwritten.
And it's handwritten like a madman.
Yeah.
That is the fucking same handwriting as the guy who sent the fucking anthrax right after 9/11. It's the same handwriting.
Everything's in caps, even like in print, but all caps.
He knew. Well, he's trying to appeal to his boomer audience.
Oh, Kappey.
God bless our greatest ally. #MAGATrain.
I hope you can see that now, and that would be. That being said,
Does this now again? I want this question answered. Does this? You didn't even answer my question. Does this seem like a letter coming from a guy who's close with Seth and Claire?
No, this seems like a stalker.
Yes, thank you. Because everybody's going, well, you hung out with him. This sounds like a guy that Seth Green probably got these letters and with his wife and was like, dude, what do we do about this guy?
You are family to me, and that means a lot. I hope you can see that. Now, that being said, I think you would agree that it would be extremely foolish of me to blindly trust that my goodwill goes both ways. So, in the interest of self-preservation, I have implemented a series of triggering events should I meet an untimely demise.
Okay, look, man, I can't. You motherfuckers that are retweeting this psychopath.
Mad, but the God. News is it will never happen if the goodwill is mutual.
My stomach hurts.
The good news is it will never happen if the goodwill is mutual.
Look at this handwriting.
I didn't want to have to set it up, but everyone I've ever loved has done horrible things to me.
This guy,
and
man.
I want to remain alive. By the way, I saw the bait on the interwebs. Ha 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 ha. Due diligence on your part. So well played to you. But I need you to know.
Royce is reading this like the reporter in The Dark Knight that the Joker's going to kill. Ha 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 ha.
I need you to know.
This is the best, man. I love this.
Above all else, I love you guys. I want you to be happy and healthy. Y'all, Bill, Bailey, Trey have a massive place in my heart. Even Mac, even though he is a, I don't know what's that word?
Dick.
Total dick to me. Ha 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 ha. I love you all, Isaac. Now please crumple this up and burn it. Happy face.
But yeah, you fucking retard boomers. Keep jumping on the Isaac Kappey train.
Dear Claire, it's a rainy day, and I'm finding myself thinking about you.
My dearest Claire, I hope the day finds you well.
First off, I miss you and Seth and the gang, and I hope you are well.
And the gang.
And the gang. And I hope you are well. I would imagine you are under great stress, and if it's not man, this guy's really hard to read. An equable state to be in. I am not.
Is this handwriting alone not grounds for fucking a restraining order?
Foolish or vindictive to a point where I don't see the intricacies and vagaries of the situation. For as much as you have been complicit in an evil system, I realize you have been a victim to it as well. And as much as revelations have come across me, turmoil, I am not in this world to judge you. We are creatures of environment and perceived of environment. Necessity, and I know that both you and Seth have been through pain and turmoil. At a young age, I too know very well how formative those experiences could be, and know that it was never my intent to fight you, even though I realized there have probably been smears and slanders about me. I don't begrudge you. This guy's crazy.
He's crazy. Let me tell you something. He's got delusions of grandeur.
Ooh, I got a good one.
He's schizophrenic. He thinks he's in the biz of show, but he's not. You know what I mean? He's been an extra, a little bit actor in a couple things, right? So he probably did meet Seth Green a couple times, the wife. Probably has been to a few of those parties that you get to go to. But this guy has some sort of, because he appears to be in his 30s, and your 30s are around where you start. If you're schizophrenic or you have real mental illness and it's late onset, your 30s it's going to hit you. Like, I'm 35 right now, and I'm like, oh, thank Christ, I'm not hearing any voices and stuff, so I might be pretty good. But 30s, like, if you get hit 35 and you have these things, the gene, it's just going to snap. So I think this guy, I don't know, man. I'm starting to wonder if he's not as full of shit so much. So I might have been wrong about that. But he's definitely batshit crazy, and nothing he's saying is true. I think that he has, if I were to guess, he's probably schizophrenic, or has some kind of mental illness, and he's also probably self-medicating, possibly with caveman nitros. So I'm starting to wonder if maybe he's just a guy who reads too many blind items, and he's in some kind of fucking psychosis. Again, maybe he believes this bullshit, but that doesn't mean you idiots should.
I have little interest in exposing you, as I have little actionable intelligence, and I am assuming and hoping you have not shut down shop. Not everyone will do it now. If your OPSEC was top-notch, Titan, who knows? NSA has everything, though. Black Cube Mossad niggers are under heavy scrutiny.
No, he didn't.
It's right here. That's the blacked out thing.
Wait, what's the...
Black Cube Mossad niggers are under heavy scrutiny. That's what he wrote. As well as financial entities, etc. Also, the association with Bob doesn't help, but what happens will happen not to me or to you. More than to anything, I want you to find peace within. We have many lives but one soul. Be kind to it, please. Tickle Seth till he pees his pants for me. Give Artemis and Molly a good snuggle and know that God gives second chances. Isaac.
Okay, do you understand now? Like, you guys, all you retards out there that are screaming at the top of your lungs on Twitter, Seth Green is a pedophile. You're doing it based on the word of a complete madman.
A lunatic.
And, you people are really doing a horrendous disservice to actual victims of child sex assault. Number two, you're doing harm to random people.
Yeah.
Who may or may not deserve this. But you have, like let's say you look at somebody and you go, this guy, fuck, man, I know he's a pedo. I got enough on him. I'm really going to destroy him. And you're 80-20 on this, and you go for it. I understand why you would do that. You're talking about a scenario, if you're going to look at any kind of evidence, you just have the word of Issac Kappey, a couple of blind items, but even the blind items don't say that they're about Seth. It's people in comment sections that are saying that Seth Green now. It's if you look at Crazy Days and Nights, and you look at other people's followings from that circle,
hedge fund managers?
you'll notice that I wasn't even going to be that specific, just people in that realm.
Okay.
You'll notice a little game they play. They never name names, but they make a lot of insinuations. And then they have stuff like Issac Kappey out there, and all these people follow the same people. And what they do is you go to CDAN and you look at the comment section. Nobody was calling Seth Green a pedophile 2 or 3 weeks ago. Now everybody on this fucking QAnon train is screaming pedophile and now every time, there's a blind on CDAN, they'll be like, this pedophile worked on an animated series and blah, 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 blah. And they'll immediately, Seth Green, Dan Harmon, who knows? That Adult Swim's all a bunch of pedos.
I'm not going to say what show he worked on, but let's just say that it's Android Poultry.
Yeah. I'm not going to say who this child rapist is, but let's just say he was Dr. Evil's son. And you're like, well, Jesus
come on,
Christ,
man.
What are you doing? But they play this game where they have no accountability, but you got a whole fucking squad of crazies now screaming Seth Green's a pedophile. Now, let me tell you something. I'd like to give some background on Seth Green.
Sure. He's 5'3".
I have met people who have known Seth Green and who have met Seth Green at least enough times to get a read on him. Seth Green is a fucking asshole. He is. He's an asshole of a person. But not in the LaShawn McCoy, I don't tip people at restaurants, and I may or may not have home invasions on my ex-wife kind of asshole. He's just a dick. He's a dick. And also, who's the midgety guy from Entourage? He was also from Happily Ever After. The Irish guy. Fuck, I always forget his name. He was from my hometown. Kevin Connolly.
Okay.
Is another one. Kevin Connolly and Seth Green are like the same human being. They're just fucking kind of assholey, but like to a bunch of people that they technically don't owe anything to. So it's like, yeah. But they're not like, aside from what I've heard about it just being a generally kind of a dickhead person, that's different than saying, all right, well, this guy deserves to be called a pedophile and an abuser and this and that. To Seth Green's credit, he's been around in the business since he was a child. He's never been in any kind of...
He's 44 now.
He's an old man. And he's been around since he was a kid.
Same height that as a kid, though.
He's never, like, hit women or, like, there's never been any Me Too's about him.
Can you imagine 5'4" Seth Green trying to hit a woman, dude?
I get it, but trust me, there's some little guys that are very volatile.
Right.
You know what I mean? I won't put size on it. But the point is no, There's been nothing in all these years. And now I know you're going to go, well, because he's protected by the Soros machine of the death satanic rape cult. Fine, whatever. But you know what? Even your supposed alleged pedophile death cult leaders have been in trouble on and off at least a couple times over the last few years. Seth Green is nothing that I recall ever. I don't even think he's ever had a DUI in Hollywood. And that's like par for the course.
Right.
Everyone in Hollywood has at least 3 DUIs. Not Seth Green.
Yeah, people were just taking this guy's word without any sort of proof or like when we did the Schneider stuff, we tried to get as much proof as we could and as much sources as we could, talk to as many people. This guy's just getting on a stream and just like, and you know, this guy's a pedophile and Steven Spielberg
tell you
fucks
something,
babies.
Let me tell you, bro. Seth Green, whoo, is a fucking pedophile, bro. Woo, so's Tom Hanks, man. Oh, shit. Maybe consider your sources, guys. Maybe that's somebody who's probably still has Coke Flex in his beard. You take it down a notch, guy. I would understand if there was like, if you had like 25 Seth Green fucking dirty, weird clips from his career where he said dark and city and shit. But no, he's always, again, Seth Green, I've heard is a dick, but he's a funny dick. I like Robot Che. He's done some good, you know, like, but I have no dog in the fight. If he really did something, let's literally flay him alive. I'm all for that. But right now, you got nothing except some guy babbling in a hotel room in Los Angeles. Seth Green totally rapes kids, bro. Trust me. Okay, could you give me something?
Well, yeah, his word.
Do you have at least like a birthday card from Seth Green from like a year ago where he's like, hey, dear Isaac, happy birthday. Those baby rapings were totally awesome, right? Well, anyway, hit me back. Love, Seth. He doesn't. You don't even have anything. You don't even have a fucking receipt from Nobu. You got nothing, faggot. So NCT Software.
Trump was in our state yesterday.
Like Blumph. I know. We really dropped the ball. We originally were going to go to Tampa and cover this live. And then we forgot.
But
we totally forgot our president was in town.
He was
shitty.
in Tampa, which is like an hour and a half from us. And
he got
well, there's a couple things that we want to do, but for first off, well, let's just play it.
Donald Trump rallies are always high volume and packed with energetic supporters, but tonight's rally was described as rowdy, angry, and hostile by 2 people who were there. A New York Times reporter tweeted, "This was as hostile as I've seen people at a Trump rally." And a Republican Florida congressman, a Republican, said this crowd had more extremists, and he said this was not the Republican Party he knew and loved.
What Republican Florida
God bless
congressman?
my city, by the way.
Yeah.
Because I don't rep Orlando. He reps Orlando. I still rep Tampa. God bless my city, man. They really gave CNN the business.
And by the way, this is a California news station covering the Florida thing.
And here's why.
Fake news, fake news. They are fake.
In Tampa, Florida, Tuesday night at a rally for a Republican candidate for governor of that state, President Trump continued to hammer many of his favorite targets, including the news media.
By the way, you want to notice something because this is a liberal news channel, right? And you could tell there's a couple tells, by the way. First off, it's in California. That's tell number 1. But number 2, a Republican candidate for governor. They didn't even say his name.
That's fun. Yeah.
No, I know
it's
it's
no,
a
that's a
little thing.
It's a little thing though that you don't catch, and that's a good catch. So
because the correct way to report it, like Trump is speaking for so and so, whoever candidate he's speaking for, you would say their name. That's what reporters do.
It's subtle. They're doing these. Yeah. These were tricks they developed with the Ron Paul thing.
Yeah.
Ron Paul was like the patient zero that they tested out a lot of these little fucking city folk tricks on. And they kind of made some mistakes. They kind of, they've been perfecting it ever since. And then Bernie was the next one that they just tried these tricks on. And now it's this.
In Tampa, Florida, Tuesday night at a rally for a Republican candidate for governor of that state, President Trump continued to hammer many of his favorite targets, including the news media. But this time, the crowd took their cue from the president.
QAnon.
Dog whistle.
Confirmed.
Follow the white rabbit.
The crowd
At
took
least it's white.
their cue from the president, shouting down CNN correspondent Jim Acosta.
This is great.
He was trying to do a live report about the rally.
You can hear there is a chorus of boos and other chants from this Trump crowd here in Tampa, Florida. They're saying things like CNN sucks, go home, and fake news. Wolf, obviously, all of those things are false. We're
You are.
Well,
the
I
one.
mean, if not in that room, they're not in that
Did
room.
Jim Acosta just verbally give America a nuh-uh?
Uh-huh.
That's literally what he did.
That's what he did.
Because it's not true. They're just a bunch of Russian bots standing behind me
But they're
screaming at
clearly
us.
people.
No, these bots are, you know what it is, man? The Russian pay the trolls, and then the trolls come out and they yell at the fucking press. These people are not real people, they're robots.
I think I know 3 of those people in that crowd, like personally.
Hey, what's up? It's Jeff Ray. You know,
What's he
he's a
doing?
gay guy. He's wearing a Trump hat. What's up, buddy? What are you doing?
When he was trying to do a live report about the rally.
You can hear there is a chorus of boos and other chants from this Trump crowd here in Tampa, Florida. They're saying things like CNN sucks, go home, and fake news. Wolf, obviously, all of those things are false. We're staying right here. We're going to do our job and report on this rally to all of our viewers here tonight.
Yeah, they're going to report on it fairly. They're going to report on it.
Do you understand? This is an unprecedented. Like, whenever you guys go, well, why are you fucking Trump? You're a goddamn Trump supporter. How can you support him? How could I support him?
How can I not?
The media, which, by the way, you fuckers back there in the 9/11 days and then the George Bush days up till Obama. Oh, you love to talk about the rigged media, how the media was all fucking colluding, you know, and then you shut up during Obama, right? But we always know that the media has been full of shit. We're being fed bullshit. Do you understand? He's getting the entire country to rise up and tell CNN to go fuck themselves, to literally unfuck themselves or risk not being a network anymore. They're getting screamed, and this is South Carolina, Tampa, everywhere they go. Boo, fucking faggots. You're like, sir, obviously, Wolf, none of this, they're the ones that are stupid. They're duty heads.
Also, by the way, something else. It's another trick. It's another trick that they play, these liberal stations. I guarantee you that the crowd was huge. You want to know why I know the crowd was huge?
Because you could hear it.
Well, obviously that's one. But even before that, you want to know why the crowd was huge? Because the first thing that would have happened if the crowd wasn't huge, they would have done a pan back and showed it empty.
Oh, no, I know.
That's these little, the little things.
Yeah, but you can tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only do tight shots when it's packed.
Yep.
And
Look how
then-
they're almost in his fucking in his eyeball. That's how tight they are on him.
Because, and honestly, you can't fake the sound.
No.
That sound is like, Jesus, there's a lot of people shouting at CNN right now. They were way loud. Like South Carolina, look, to your credit, I believe it was Charleston.
Yeah.
Or Greenville. It was one of those two.
Same thing.
You folks were fucking. You guys get extra points for being really rowdy and for kicking it off. You're like the You're like the first awesome after WrestleMania Raw crowd.
Yeah.
But Tampa outshined you as far as being disgustingly loud and powerful with it. They said that sounded like a fucking like a Seattle football game.
That was that's like the fucking. Here, let's put it more.
After the rally, President Trump retweeted a video from his son of Trump supporters harassing Acosta.
Then, of course, I'm going
and
to
the
check
Trump
out Ybor City, the lovely Columbia restaurant. They're trying to give local shout-outs.
He shows up and the entire kitchen staff leaves because they're all illegals.
No, are you kidding me? That owner, Gonsmo, would be
Yeah.
like, welcome to my place.
You're
Mr.
right.
President.
Good point.
El Presidente! Hey! They don't fuck around.
Welcome.
He is a businessman.
Yeah. All right.
retweeted a video from his son of Trump supporters harassing Acosta, and the Trumps were gloating about it. Watch supporters of President Trump chant CNN sucks during Jim Acosta's live spot at Florida rally. Acosta
Here's
also
my thing, though, right? Why aren't they allowed to do that?
Yeah.
You're literally attacking people's freedom of speech.
That's what it is.
We now live in a world. Because now, that's the problem for you guys. You can't just say, it's Russian bots anymore. Because every time you show up and start unpacking a camera, people are just, boo! oh, Jim Acosta's a fucking dick. And they're throwing cups at you, and you're like, we can't blame this on. But if you don't report them booing you, everyone else is going to report them booing you, and then you look even more dishonest. You guys are panicking because you're backed into a corner now.
CNN was the first one to report it, obviously, that they were booing.
Because they had to.
Yeah.
If they didn't, Fox News would be like, how dare they not report, Yeah. So you guys you're making moves that you don't even want to make because Trump just has you pinned down like Seth Green does a little kid, according to Issac Kappey.
Jim Acosta's live spot at Florida rally. Acosta also tweeted about the rally incident. I'm very worried that the hostility whipped up by Trump and in some conservative media will result in somebody getting hurt.
Whipped up by Trump.
It's Trump's fault that you
Whipped
guys...
up! You motherfuckers have been whipping up this country into a goddamn frenzy. Before Trump was even elected, you motherfuckers were basically inciting race riots.
And it's...
How dare you now come and play? Here's what happened is you guys went unchecked for forever. Nobody was checking you. You were just having the run of the fucking mill. You guys were the ones telling people to go out there and to start race wars and giving platforms to race baiters like fucking Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson and people like that. And now Trump does basically the same tactics you guys have been using forever, and now he's the one making... No. How about stop lying, you faggots?
And again, I know very smart people that don't like you, CNN. Trump's not telling them what to do. The unmitigated gall for you to try to blame the fact that people don't like you on the president. We don't like you. No, here's the thing, right? You go, it's Trump's fault that people don't like us. No, it's the fact that people don't like you that Trump is president. You guys don't fucking get that.
Yeah.
You're living in an alternate reality where it's all Russian trolls, everyone's a liar, the president's doing this. Well, why did everyone hate you during the election? He wasn't president then.
Yep. Why did they hate you before the election?
That's what
But I'm saying why did they hate you during George W. Bush? Why did they hate you under Bill Clinton?
Why did they hate you during every hurricane season? When you're staging we live in Florida. Whenever we hear about like, oh, where's the news crew? And then you like see them and you're like, oh, they're in fucking, first of all, they're like right outside their hotel.
Yeah.
They're not even anywhere where there's any action.
Like
you guys don't even have any balls as reporters anymore. Like you fake all that shit. Everything's faked. You'd rather fake hurricane recovery footage in a sound stage or fake fucking, you're like Royce said, take manipulative shots of crowds than just report on the truth.
Here's what he says. I'm worried that the hostility whipped up by Trump and some of the conservative media will result in somebody getting hurt. We should not treat our fellow Americans this way. The press is not the enemy. No, the free press is not the enemy. They're not. CNN is.
Are you worried? Are you worried, Jim? Are you afraid that it might result in somebody getting hurt?
Because what I remember is, let's talk Walter Cronkite. Let's use it because I always do that. I remember somebody sitting at a desk with one clock behind them and delivering the news. This is what happened. You make up your own mind. You sit there all day and you spin things. They reported on Stormy Daniels 460 times, I think, and they reported on the war on Yemen once. They are absolutely phony because they keep saying Trump's being childish, but they're the ones playing the game with him. They love this.
Yeah, they don't talk about Jim Acosta shouting at Kim Jong-un.
No. Shouting. People having to tell Jim,
hey, stupid. Hey, little gook man, you going to give up your nukes? Huh? Oh, ting tong, ting dong, give up your nukes, you fuck.
And Kim Jong-un was quoted as saying, quiet. This is library.
Library.
No, but my point is like, how about this? When you start acting like the press, then people will treat you like the press. You are not acting like the press. You are also being fucking combative. You guys were, by the way, Trump was on CNN all the time before he ran for president. Even when he ran for president, it was a joke. He was on SNL. Oh, crazy Trump. Oh, he's so silly. But then the moment that he won, he became public enemy number one. You guys were the ones running stories about Mitt Romney has folders full of women and ties his dog to the roof of an SUV. You are the people doing it! How dare you, Jim Acosta? How dare you? How about report things accurately and do not become an enemy to the people? By the way, look, I will be the first one to agree. Fox is 100% biased too. You have to say that. They are. That's fine. But I don't remember ever under when Obama was the president. I don't remember Fox's White House correspondent screaming at Obama.
No.
Do you remember that? No, being serious. Do you remember that? I don't remember that.
I remember them getting very snippy sometimes and asking really snippy questions, but that's their job.
That's their job. But I don't remember them sitting there and doing everything in their power.
I don't remember them treating a female White House correspondent so poorly as a human being.
No.
And anyone who dislikes Sarah Huckabee Sanders actually knowing about the kind of person she is has to be a piece of shit human being. Like, I could never, if you said, like, she'd have to do something for me to change. Obviously, if she did something horrible, I'd go, like, let's go after her. But given who she's been up to this point, if somebody said, we're going to go after that bitch, Sarah Huckabee, I'd be like, why? It's just, you know what I mean? Like, why would you go after that lady? You score no points for that with anybody in middle America.
They scream at people. And by the way, maybe the reason people are mad is every time a white nationalist sneezes on a black person by mistake, it's fucking on your network for 7 hours. Antifa was going out there and hitting people with bike locks over the head, and you had the 5 black Chicago teens that were beating up a disabled kid, and you got 30 minutes of coverage on your network. Maybe it's because you're fucking dishonest. Maybe during even the elections, you got caught red-handed slipping the questions to Hillary. And by the way, she still got trounced in that.
You tried to get Daniel Cleve kicked out of a university all the way in Nebraska because he went on Blake Lucas' podcast.
Yeah.
That like 100 people watched and reported him everywhere and hung flyers all over the school to get him kicked out. Like, you guys covered him like you guys covered it like they found bomb-making equipment in Daniel Cleve's room. And they're like, no, he just did a podcast. How are his grades? Pretty good, actually. He shows up to all his required things, and he actually doesn't really bother him. Oh, well, I bet he's always running around on campus screaming at the people of color, right? No, he pretty much just keeps to himself, goes to school, does his thing. Oh, well, I bet. Like, they just kept digging, and it's like, you niggas flew to Nebraska to destroy Daniel Cleve? Get over yourselves.
We should not treat our fellow Americans this way. The press is not the enemy.
Yes, they are.
Yes, you
Let's get
are.
something perfectly clear. From day one, we've said on this show, the media is the enemy. They are the enemy. Legacy media is the enemy. New media is the enemy. Independents, all these little bloggers, they are all, we're like the Al-Qaeda of the media. We want to keep just running little operations until they're all destroyed. Obviously not actually hurt people,
No.
but we want
Financially.
to destroy the actual media, the actual entity that it is. We want to kill that entity by exposing you and making you look like assholes and chanting you out of rooms. We're going to we need to destroy the press so that something is reborn in its absence that is purer.
Again, maybe if you guys were sincere, maybe if you guys actually didn't. By the way, they hate, and see, let's say talk about CNN specifically, but MSNBC too, and all that. They hate half the country. They honestly look down on them. They think they're idiots. They think they're morons. They think anybody that voted for Trump is a racist. We read the stories all the time. You hate half the country. It's not a free press when your job is to destroy innocent people's lives. We're bringing it up again because it just came up again. A bad lieutenant and him being on Twitter and saying his things. You guys destroyed even
Show
before
me how
that,
you suck a guy's cock. Oh, the other guy. The other bad lieutenant.
destroyed a guy's life. You destroyed his life for jokes. So fuck you. You don't get to come back now and say, why are we being treated this way? Because you fucking earned it. And you know what? That's why, even though I might disagree on Trump with some policies and the tariff stuff, at the end of the day, it's so nice to see somebody giving it back at you and not letting you guys get away with fucking murder.
Yeah. And now we must win our way into paradise as we fight the media through jihad.
Burbank Congressman Adam Schiff says Trump was warned about his attacks on the media in a recent meeting with the New York Times editor.
Well, if Adam Schiff said it, I mean, Adam, remember when they said a Republican congressman?
Taunts to the press are likely to induce violence against the press. And the president said he was proud that others were imitating.
So your talks about how police are killing every unarmed black person for no reason, that isn't inciting violence. That isn't getting people blocking highways. That isn't getting people running over by cars. You motherfuckers incite violence all the time.
Imitating other leaders were imitating.
I mean, his punchable face
claims
alone
of
is
fake
inciting
news,
violence.
and the press is the enemy of the people, and it had to be pointed out to the president.
It is. Now, let me tell you something. Here's the difference, right? You guys twist people's words and our concepts. When I say, when people say that the media is the enemy, it is the enemy. You guys try to argue, oh, the media is the free press. No. We're not saying that the concept or the idea of press is the enemy.
The idea.
We always need free press. We need the media. But the media, in its current form, is the enemy. It is an enemy of our country. It's an enemy of actually every country on the planet that wants its sovereignty. Yes, CNN, you are the enemy.
Then, yes, these other leaders imitating you, they're all.
You know who's not the enemy right now? Let's talk about. We talked about it yesterday. Ronan Farrow. He's being a journalist.
Yeah.
He's doing his due diligence.
You know what? Can we do this? I like this. We're doing. We're going to be doing end of the year awards, New Year's time. So, can we get it up on the? I'll put it up on the Reddit board. Let's do Homo of the Year.
Okay, I like it.
And I'm nominating Ronan Farrow as a very early first ballot choice.
I like
I'm gonna
that.
Throw him up on our. If you guys have a Reddit account, you can actually go to Reddit. It's r/We're Not Sorry.
Now, does Richard Spencer get on that list?
We got two candidates now.
dictators.
While blasting the news media, the Democrats and L.A. Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
Yeah, because Maxine Waters is an innocent little victim in this. I love this shit. You just reported.
She is, though.
You just reported right now that's happening to incite violence in the media. And then you say, going after Maxine Waters, the person who incited violence against Trump supporters and congressmen.
No. I think you got it all twisted. Maxine Waters is a hardworking woman who has worked her
Never
butt
worked
off.
a day in her life.
Senator Waters, or Congresswoman Waters, sorry, is a hardworking woman who has put tireless effort into her district, trying to make a better life for Californians and Americans everywhere. She's kept her head down. She's not been chasing headlines and sound bites. And then that terrible Laura Loomer decides, I'm going to go after this poor defenseless lady
Right.
and ask her questions in the lobby of a building, which was obviously literally like genocide.
And I didn't like her. I didn't like her as the bad guy in Luke Cage.
I'm working on my leftist talking points. What do you guys think? Is it good?
One of his favorite targets. President Trump did not make any mention of his former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, whose trial began Tuesday in a federal court in.
Why would he mention him? My point is, whether you agree with Manafort what did or whether he did something illegal or not, why would he? Did Obama mention that when he accidentally drone bombed the Doctors Without Borders? Did he mention that? Like, what president goes out there and goes, fuck, man, this guy. Did you see Reagan go out there and go, this Solly North guy's a real piece of shit? No! That's not what you do! Are you fucking insane?
Yeah, no, you do now.
Fucking unbelievable.
No, this is America now.
The irony is, Mike, that this story right here from CBS LA is exactly why people think the press is the enemy. They're proving the point. Look how biased this is.
in Alexandria, Virginia. Manafort's defense attorney brushed off questions about whether his client might
What does this have to do with Trump's rally in Tampa?
make a deal with the feds.
Any chance that he may decide to flip and cooperate?
No chance.
No chance?
Manafort is the first Trump
No chance in hell. You've got your fire. By the way, look at the picture they used of Ivanka. I mean, look, another little trick, another little media trick. Look how manipulative the picture they're using of Ivanka is.
And she's still gorgeous.
Oh, she's still beautiful. But you see what I mean? Crestfallen Ivanka.
No, I know, but that's another trick that they've been.
Yeah.
Thank God other people have been exposing and showing all the different angles
Yep.
of pictures. You guys can't win anymore. This is 2018. As soon as you lie, 100,000 people on the internet are going to be like, "You're fucking lying."
associate to face trial as a result of the special counsel investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 campaign. But the case against Manafort makes no mention of the election or President Trump, and those issues
Because it has nothing to do with him. This has nothing to do with Trump.
will not be brought up in the trial. That's because Manafort is charged with bank fraud and tax fraud, not
Correct.
It happens.
directly connected to the Russian election meddling.
No. Let's get something straight. It's not that it's not directly connected.
It's not connected.
Not in any way connected
At all.
See, that's again, careful language.
I know.
It's not directly connected, but this fucking guy, huh?
You know what?
But no, that is their argument right there. Yeah, but this fucking guy, huh?
Look at him.
But
Have you seen his stupid face?
if he does that, what else is he doing?
Huh? Seth Green's a pedophile.
In their opening statement,
Trust me, I know. I am an actor.
prosecutors said Manafort failed to pay taxes on tens of millions of dollars earned from his lobbying work on behalf of Ukrainian politicians. He allegedly laundered the money through lavish purchases, among them a $21,000 watch and a $15,000 ostrich jacket, as well as millions of dollars in
baller.
real estate.
pretty dope.
Manafort
Ostrich
is the
jacket
only
is dope.
American charged by the special counsel who has refused to cooperate with prosecutors. And sources tell CBS News
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why he failed to cooperate?
Because he's not a stupid person.
Because you know what'll happen.
Because he's gonna get out of this thing clean.
He is going to get out of this crystal clean. Nothing's going to happen to him. And if it does, he will be pardoned.
that he's banking on a presidential pardon. Just last month, President Trump said he felt bad about Manafort's plight.
Which is which was him, because Trump's not dumb. So he's not going to say, "Hey, don't worry, I'm going to pardon you." But he'll do this, which basically lets him know, "I got your back, bro."
Went back 12 years to get things that he did 12 years ago? Paul Manafort worked for me for a very short period of time.
Congressman Schiff says even though the Republican meddling will not come up at the trial, a possible conviction could be crucial for the investigation.
If he does get that conviction and Manafort is facing substantial amount of time, maybe the rest of his life behind bars, he would have a lot to offer the special counsel.
Nope.
No, because
Nope.
this is a federal.
It's not how it
case.
works at that
It's
high
a
level.
felony, so therefore,
And it never works that way
No.
at a high level like that.
Never.
Somebody comes along eventually. You'd be surprised, even if Trump loses the next election, you'd be surprised how quickly the new Democrat president fucking pardons him.
Oh, yeah.
It's all a big game anyway. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day,
And if he's convicted, he may very well be willing to cooperate.
Now, the Manafort trial is moving at warp speed so far. Just today, on day one, a jury was seated, opening arguments were delivered, and one witness was
do you ever see a trial go this fast in the history of trials?
because it's a formality at this point.
No, but my point is, like, they're trying to get this in before the midterms.
questioned by prosecutors and defense attorneys. Although the charges have some inherent complexities, the judge says he expects it can be finished in 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
This is insane.
Normally, things like this take sometimes years.
I'm surprised he's not stalling. Hey, it's our girl.
Sarah Sanders won't condemn harassment of CNN. They want to hear our girl? We can hear our girl.
Quickies about last night in Tampa. First of all, does the president encourage the support of people who showed up last night in these QAnon and Blacks for Trump fringe groups?
Hold on. QAnon, I'll give... Let's hear this again. It's very important.
Encourage the support of people who showed up last night in these QAnon and Blacks for Trump.
QAnon is a fringe group. I will 100%.
That is a weird connection to
Listen,
make. No,
yeah,
good catch.
It's
like, and these Blacks for Trump. What a joke.
It's like the Mitch Hedberg joke. Have you ever done PCP or sugar? It's like, well, wait a second. Hold on.
You're right.
Do you notice that? QAnon.
So you're it's you're equating QAnon retards to Blacks for Trump.
QAnon is a fringe group. I'll give you that. Blacks for Trump, by the way, look it up. It's not a fringe group. They literally are just black people who like Trump. That's it. Remember, Black Lives Matter isn't a fringe group, though. Blacks for Trump is the way
fringe group.
Can you believe that?
Tactical Discord just call them hoteps.
Yeah,
that's pretty funny. Blacks for Trump. Fringe groups, like QAnon or those House N-words for Trump.
Jesus.
What? I'm just asking questions. What? These people are attacking us every day like we're some kind of asshole. I need to defend myself. So anyway, back to the N-words with the MAGA hats. Like they're just losing their minds and exposing themselves.
Holy shit, dude.
You know what's weird about watching? Because I've never seen an entire movement like the left lose its mind like this. Usually in any company or structured sort of organization, there's always some sort of a leader with a cool head to go, hey, everyone knock it off. What are you doing? Where is the self-policing? There's nobody at CNN. There's nowhere anywhere to go, hey, we're coming off like fucking nut jobs here.
Well, the only guy who even was trying to do that was the dude, I forget his name, but the dude from the league. And all he did was compliment Ben Shapiro, and they destroyed his life.
That's right.
I mean, he tried. He's like, look, man, I want to go. He was just saying what you said yesterday. He's a liberal, but he's like, can we go back to like the 90s when we were just talking about things?
Politically incorrect?
Yeah.
Politically incorrect was the peak.
Yeah.
Of people who showed up last night in these QAnon and Blacks for Trump fringe groups. And secondly, is the White House willing to say right now, in view of what happened with one of our TV colleagues last night, that it is wrong for his most vocal supporters to be menacing toward journalists doing their jobs in a situation like that?
Oh, she's lock. Look at her face. She's lock and loading right now.
In any
menacing?
Yeah, menacing, dude.
Doing their jobs in a situation like that. Or
And by
in
the
any
way,
situation.
all you WWE fans out there, when you see like The Miz come out or Dolph Ziggler, don't menace them.
No.
When they're walking to the ring, don't boo the bad guys.
No, don't.
Because it's not cool. You're not allowed to boo and make noise.
Local supporters to be menacing toward journalists doing their jobs in a situation like that or in any situation.
On the first part, the president condemns and denounces any group that would incite violence against another individual, and certainly doesn't support groups that would promote that type of behavior. We've been clear about that a number of times since the beginning of the administration.
She doesn't
On the
even know
second
who
part of your
QAnon
question, the president, as I just said, does not support violence against anyone or anything, and we've been very clear every single time we've been asked about that. When it comes to the media, the president does think that the media holds a responsibility. We fully support a free press, but there also comes a high level of responsibility with that. The media routinely reports on classified information and government secrets that put lives in danger and risk valuable national security tools. This has happened both in our administration and in past administrations. One of the worst cases was the reporting on the U.S. ability to listen to Osama bin Laden's satellite phone in the late 90s. Because of that reporting, he stopped using that phone and the country lost valuable intelligence.
That is actually 100% true. 100%.
Unfortunately, it's now standard to abandon common sense ethical practices. This is a two-way street. We certainly support a free press. We certainly condemn violence against anybody, but we also ask that people act responsibly and report accurately and fairly.
Wow, she just turned it on the idiots.
What do you think about these Blacks for Trump QAnon people? Why are you guys being so violent towards the press? I mean, I don't know. Why did you guys cause 9/11? Next question, sir, to the one in the black.
Fox
please.
News.
Thank you.
Nobody was being violent last night.
Whoa, there's Acosta coming in hot!
Nobody was being violent last night. They were trying to prevent a broadcaster from getting his broadcast out and yelling that his network sucks.
But that's legal. Just like you have the free press, the freedom to say what you want.
Do you understand that Jim Acosta, that history he thinks that he's going to be like this guy. History's not going to look kindly on Jim Acosta when we look back on the media and the state it was in at this point in history. He's not like I can't imagine that anybody at CNN isn't taking him and going, dude, you're coming off like a real fucking jagoff sometimes.
No, but here's my point. But the bottom line is you have the freedom to go there. But there was the First Amendment, by the way, the same one you're using means that while you're doing something, I could go, hey, this guy's an asshole.
Oh my God! Everybody's pointing out Trolita Acosta. Mob Tech, the tears in Acosta's voice. He really does sound. It's not fair. I was trying to do my broadcast. It's not fair. And they're all yelling, and I'm trying to. I have a boom mic. I don't have a lapel mic. I got a boom mic, and they were yelling, and I couldn't do anything. And I had to stay longer in Tampa, and I don't like Tampa. Tampa's terrible.
Is that right or wrong?
I'm sorry. What was the first part of your question?
I said no one was being violent last night in terms of hitting anybody, and no broadcaster was broadcasting state secrets.
And nobody was hitting you. So what's the problem, Jim?
It's not fair they were being, because I was trying to do it, and they were like, hey, Jimmy.
They weren't throwing shoes at you.
You're a stupid meathead. And I was like, I gotta do my thing, and they already did my makeup. And I gotta go on television.
Stand-ups at a public rally.
So?
And you had people trying to
fair.
yell over them, preventing them from doing their job.
Fair.
And
So what?
Because it's not fair.
The fucking public doesn't work for CNN.
And they started it, and I was, because I just, and I wanted to get it, and Bob wouldn't let me go to ice cream trucks. Instead, I got to go to ice cream truck on Tuesday, and I can't go to ice cream truck every day. And it's the fear. It's the fear.
The public doesn't owe you anything. They don't owe you their silence, you motherfucker. How dare you?
They put me, and then they call me fake news.
You know what, Mike? You know what? I said it before the show. I changed my mind. 3D printing guns for everybody. Everybody gets a gun.
And if you don't have one, let us know. We'll get you one. Everyone gets one.
yelling that their network sucks on live TV.
Don't suck. Have you tried not sucking?
Have you tried not being a faggot?
Look, while we
like I know for one, right?
start-
Like when I'm hanging out with my boys
Yeah.
at a party, let's say like 20 of our friends just chilling, right? Let's say like 4 out of those 20 friends tell me I'm acting like a faggot. I generally go collect myself and go, maybe I'm the faggot.
Fuck these.
Better not.
While we certainly support freedom of the press, we also support freedom of speech, and we think that those things go hand in hand.
Fuck yeah!
Meaning
Get him,
over
Sarah!
it. Meaning get over it. You're a grown man,
Yeah,
Jim.
we support freedom of speech. Do you see that, though? But that's... We're going to go to break here.
Imagine-
We do have a guest second hour, but real quick.
Imagine walking through the streets, right, and being so hated that people boo you. And imagine being so out of touch you blame it on the president.
The unearned arrogance of the media thinking that the public owes them anything. They don't owe you shit. They don't owe you their silence. If they look, I would be on your side 100. I would laugh, but I would still be on your side if somebody walked up and punched Jim Acosta in the face.
I would laugh.
No, I would laugh hard too. But I would then go, you can't be doing that. You can't just hit people.
No,
However,
of course, but I would, you know.
But however, nobody hit you. They didn't let you do your job. No, what they did was they used their free speech, and then you have to overcome it. Guess what? If you can't talk, it's loud. Go outside. Broadcast from outside. But you don't want to do that. You want everybody in the crowd to fucking sit there. How dare you, CNN, play the fucking victim? How dare you pretend like you guys, the poor little CNN, is the fucking victim here? That's what free speech is, assholes. And this goes to show you, this is what the fucking media wants. This is what they want. They want to be able to use free speech to bash everybody over the head, to leak state secrets, to fucking incite race wars. But the moment you go, you suck. How dare you, sir? How can you? I'm the media. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right, sorry. We have to go to break. I apologize. Just made me really mad.
Stop being mad.
We have AGLuck on, or Gluck as we call him, second hour. He's going to be joining us, hanging out, have a couple laughs. But if you want to help us, go to patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. That's how you become a patron, and you really, really helps us out. If you want to help us get to D.C. so we could do some real coverage of the Moore rally, streamlabs.com/Revenge of the Sis. And if you're buying anything through Amazon, click the Amazon banner, and we get a cut. Don't forget, we have a store. We have shirts. We have mugs. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. Revenge of the Sis.
And he's got to make room for the 86 models that are arriving sooner than expected. So right now you can get the deal of the year, or maybe any other year, on sporty Cordia hatchbacks, roomy Tradia sedans, hot Starion turbo sports cars, and tough Mighty Max trucks.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second-to-last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many Tards as we can. But we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a Tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. Extra rounds for folks with downs, helping to protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
Lucky announces longer store hours. They're getting up earlier and staying up later.
Orlando, Florida, a city known for its theme parks and resorts. But peace is threatened as a wave of crime has turned this once beautiful vacation destination into a haven for gangs, thugs, and terrorists.
I need backup! Halt nightclub! Shots fired! Shots fired!
When an LGBT hotspot is shot up and dozens are killed, 2 detectives may be this city's only hope to unravel a conspiracy of corruption that goes all the way to the nation's most powerful elite.
This is Grizzly. Hey, Lopez. Look, it's called Pulse Nightclub. Hey, I bet
Don't. Seriously, dude, just don't. Not now.
When the city finds itself gripped with fear and under attack, Mersch and Lopez keep a cool head as they attempt to unravel the mystery.
I believe these men were targeted simply because they were homosexual. This is a hate crime.
Gross.
It is gross, partner. Targeting people out of hate like that?
No, I meant the gay stuff. It's pretty gross.
These 2 no-nonsense cops are about to find themselves dragged into a world of political intrigue and international terrorism, and they may be the only hope to save the world.
I got a morgue full of dead bodies with neon mesh tank tops, a dead suspect, and no motive. The mayor is on my ass.
There's more to this case than we're seeing, LT. I think it's terrorism.
I agree with Lopez, Chief. It's definitely terrorism. We're dealing with a bigger fish here.
As they uncover clues with their incomparable police cop work, Mersch and Lopez get closer to the real masterminds.
Seems like Mateen's phone had some kind of encryption software. It bricked itself.
Damn. So we're screwed, huh?
Well, I managed to get one file off the phone. GPS coordinates that lead to Washington, D.C.
Comet Ping Pong Pizza. Never heard of it.
Feel like grabbing a slice, partner?
Yeah, a slice
Of justice, of justice. Yeah, I know. You say it every time.
Yeah, it's kind of my thing.
Yeah, cool. Can leaving now be our thing? Because it's a long drive to D.C.
Coming up next week, Orlando's best detectives are still trying to get to the truth behind the deadliest attack in their city's history. Mersh and Lopez follow a lead that takes them all the way to the nation's capital. But will their case be derailed as they discover a child sex trafficking ring inside of a pizza place? Find out next week on an all-new Revenge of the Sis. Mondays at 4, followed by an all-new Nazi lawyer. Only on USA Network. USA, what are you gonna do? Watch TBS?
What is your return policy there?
30 days, no charge.
Ooh, 30
right.
days. Sounds fair. My goodness, Dennis, this feels good. Feels good in my hands. Oh, good, my kids are
I
safe.
saved everyone!
Yeah, my yard's protected.
So, of course it feels good, but that only proves our point even more. We'll take 2 of these,
Yeah.
Gunther.
Great. I'll need your licenses for the background check.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you can drive, you can kill.
Oh, Christ, look at this.
That was fast.
You've been denied.
That's ludicrous. Why?
It says here you have an extensive history of felonious behavior.
There have been incidents, sure, a few minor indiscretions, but, I'm simply a person of interest in most of those cases, all right? And being wanted for questioning are very, very, very different things, Gunther.
You've been institutionalized.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, one time, for a short period of time, that was against my will. That doesn't even really count.
It's the only time it counts, Dee.
Okay, look, it was like a teeny thing that happened with a college roommate. It was really no big deal.
It says here you burned her.
I burned her, yeah, I burned her. But she was so annoying. I mean, she deserved it, okay? She was wearing my stuff, and she was copying me, and...
You were copying her.
I was copying her, she was copying me. It doesn't matter.
Look, I'm sorry, but I can't sell you the guns.
Oh, well, look at you. Oh, Gunther, the morality king. Hi, I'm Gunther. I've never lit anybody on fire before. You light one bitch on fire and everybody freaks out. Oh, you son of a bitch. It was one time and one thing.
Relax, relax.
Second hour, Revenge of the Sis. Thanks for staying with us. I calmed down. Sorry, I got a little angry. RevengeOfTheSis.com/donate. That's how you help us. Streamlabs.com/RevengeOfTheSis is how you help us get to DC for the Moore rally. Mike, we have a guest. If you want to set it up, I will get him on.
Yes, joining us, he's a YouTuber, content creator. He's one of our OG buddies from back in the day.
Yeah.
And he has his own channel. He's AGLuck, of course. You can find him on YouTube. He's actually in our featured channel. It's very easy. If you go to our channel, he's in our featured channel section. But yeah, he's also now getting involved, I think, a bit more with Andy Worski, doing some stuff with him. We're joined by
I think we have him on. But
what up, dog?
Gluck, turn your camera on.
Yeah, turn your.
I hit the
there
button.
you
I don't know what's
are.
going on there.
I see you now.
Ladies and gentlemen, great value PewDiePie joining us on the air. What's going on, man?
What's up, dude?
What up, guys?
Not much, man. Thanks for coming on. It's been a while. It's been a while since you've been on the show. I know Mersh was on your show a few days ago.
Yeah, it's probably been about like 2 months. I think life's been busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he chopped up the video and gave it a real a nice title of kick-up drama. Good job. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, that was no. That was T-Clips who did that.
Sure it was.
It was.
I'm just fucking with you, buddy.
I threw in my intro because I'm like, I'm going to steal my own content back.
That's a good point. Yeah, sometimes you have to do that. You have to steal your content back. Thanks for
I
making
told
it
her
better.
she could do it. So I was like, whatever.
Whoever edited it, at least like they did. Of course, you're going to cut out the shit where it's shit talky because you got to get the views. But to whoever did that T-Clips guy, to their credit, left in some more reasonable statements I made. So I was like, okay, you were fair though. You know what I mean? It wasn't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like fucking Chris Cantwell went to go talk to the SPLC. And they left out any humanizing part, and they're just like, oh, no, so you want to murder everybody. Got it. Thanks. Just get out of here. So what's up, man?
Not a lot, man. Just, I got an actual studio situation going on here, so I'm trying to get that fixed up and everything.
I like your office chair. That's nice. Did you get that from Amazon?
No, I got it from Office Depot for like $99.
Those things still exist?
Apparently in California.
Yeah,
Or-
you got to go to a
or-
city, but they're around.
Or Canada if you're Mersh, because he still thinks I'm in Canada.
Well, no. I think it's because you act Canadian. It might be because you act.
Well,
You're
you know what it is?
You're
He-
very polite.
To be fair, he ages well and he's polite. I
Yeah,
just
I
assumed he
know.
was Canadian.
Yeah, when you told us your age a couple of shows ago, we're like, "Fuck, dude, you do not look. You look way younger."
And you're too normie looking to look like a Californian.
Yeah.
Quite frankly,
that's true.
So I should dye my hair and get some piercings.
Everyone in your state looks like an utter degenerate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't look like one, so it kind of throws me.
Not everyone. There's pockets.
A lot of them look like
Most of them.
degenerates.
All of
I'm
them.
in a red pocket, so that's probably why I look somewhat normal.
Okay, he's in Goss territory.
Yeah, he's where all the cool kids, all the based cool kids hang out.
I'm literally probably about 20 minutes away from the Reagan Library.
Oh, nice. Yeah, have you been to it? Is it nice?
Yeah, it's pretty dope, and they have his Air Force One there and everything.
His
It's pretty
shoes?
sick.
Those are all his Nike Air Force Ones. That's dope.
I don't even care about that. I just want to know, every time on your commute to work, do you do the sign of the cross like you're supposed to when you pass it?
Yeah, you're supposed to do the sign of the cross.
Yeah, you're supposed to honor our former president.
And not many people know this about Reagan.
Really?
He'll break your ankles. He was really good. Better than Obama at basketball. Not many people know that.
He was an amazing president, okay? He got millions of black people addicted to crack in the name of freedom.
Amen.
To fight communism.
Amen.
It wasn't an easy choice to make, but he made
Hey.
it. What?
But communism lost.
Exactly.
So that wall came down.
So take that, communism. And black people.
Jesus.
No, but we actually like Reagan, if we're being honest.
I don't think that was the part of it that was in dispute.
No, yeah, we like him. I mean, the things that he did were amazing.
So, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, but he's the best Republican president ever. That's what everyone says, remember?
Calvin Coolidge. I just made that up. I don't
Nikki,
know.
You just heard like Ben Shapiro or Mark Levin say Calvin
No.
Coolidge.
No, I was thinking of a president that nobody knows anything about. James Garfield. Was he Republican?
I always like to go with Zachary Taylor.
Zachary, that's a good one. Zachary, is he the one that died in like
Is that
30
an
days?
actual president's name?
Yeah. Who's the one that died in 30 days?
it was Zachary
That was
Taylor.
Zachary Taylor, right? That's a good
Yeah, he
go.
got elected. He was like one of the youngest presidents ever, and he was single, and I think he caught a flu or something, and he immediately died. Because back then, a flu was a death sentence.
Oh yeah, it's really bad.
Living in colonial times was like basically like having AIDS. You know what I mean? Like you cut your finger on something, and you're like, "Well, I'm a goner."
No, I'm dead.
It's not a doctor within 500 miles of this place.
You would sneeze and they would burn you at a stake.
Yeah, like no, seriously. If you got shot, you had to get on a horse and ride 200 miles.
Oh fuck that! I'll just die. Thank you.
It's a long ride.
Sorry.
No. I mean, honestly, yeah, I was going to say Martin Van Buren. Was he Republican?
Martin.
I also like
That's
Chester
that's
A.
like-
Arthur is another one of mine.
That's a good one.
That's Chester A. Arthur is my go-to when I want to make fun of somebody's beard.
Martin Van Buren was the 8th president. So back then there wasn't even parties. It was just like you were used to be British and you're not. Like that was the.
Yeah, and back then I hated every president because none of them were Washington.
That was
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, fucking, probably for a good 24 presidents, we were just like, fuck, this guy sucks. He's no Washington.
I'm
Should've just
trying to
elected
see
him
a
king.
political affiliation for Martin Van Buren, but I'm not seeing one.
Well, weren't the Federalists and non-Federalists back then?
Wasn't there a Whig party?
Yeah, of
The
course.
Whig party was the best party, right? They all wore wigs. That's what they did, right?
I don't think that's
Are you
what
sure?
their main thing was, though. I'm pretty sure that wasn't their main
Well, you know,
platform.
I'm not a fan anymore. I thought they got to wear wigs. That was pretty dope, in my opinion.
So, all right, I got to ask. I know you're not into the whole crazy right-wing pedo-gay crowd, but have you been following this Issac Kappey guy? Because he's popping up a
No,
lot
I
on
just
YouTube.
your stuff from today. I was watching. I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I'm getting called. Everybody's saying hard. These are real tweets because I tweeted today that, you know, I have questioned the gentleman's not even his credibility so much as perhaps just his state of mind. You know, because there are people out there that believe the crazy shit they're saying. Because now he's saying he'll take a lie detector, but if you're batshit crazy, that's not going to help.
You'll pass a lie detector.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not. It's not that I don't believe him, but he's nuts, and I think he's on drugs. But now I'm getting tweets like, just want to give you some examples, because I did tweet today that he was wanted by the LAPD for attacking, allegedly, Paris Jackson and stalking Seth Green.
Jesus.
The responses I'm getting: Harvey Levin is a boy fucker. He's a legend on the gay mafia crowd.
Oh, okay, gay mafia. Now there's a gay mafia.
Yeah, of course there's a gay mafia.
These fucking these
Isaac will take
boomers.
a lie detector test polygraphed. Let me retweet that and write.
Yeah. Look, you gotta really go down this rabbit hole because
Crazy people.
That's what we talked about it. I think last week that we're officially centrist because both sides are becoming. By the way, Trump's still our boy. Don't get us wrong, but centrist are right wing fucking people are becoming gross. What do you think about the James Gunn thing?
I honestly just think it's stupid. It was jokes from 10 years ago?
2008, I think. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like digging into that's a leftist tactic, dig into their past, show what they've done in their past, and call them out and scream at them.
Yeah, no, it. By the way, I don't know if you saw, but the entire cast of Guardians of the Galaxy wrote a letter saying they want him to come back and direct the movie.
Yeah.
And Mike was telling me about this little Twitter civil war. You're gonna like this. This Twitter civil war. Check this out.
IRL Avengers Civil War thing going on right now.
This is great.
So apparently, right, several MCU actors outside of Guardians of the Galaxy have unfollowed James Gunn very quietly under the radar. Robert Downey Jr.,
Iron Man,
Captain America, Chris Evans, Thor, Hemsworth, and the most notable one.
This is the notable one.
Is Tom Hiddleston, who plays Loki, who never uses his Twitter. He has a Twitter; it's verified. He has a fuckload of followers. He just is one of those guys that doesn't like Twitter. So he just has never used it. He hasn't used his Twitter in a very long time. But some eagle-eyed people noticed that he very stealthily logged into his Twitter after all these years, unfollowed James Gunn, didn't tweet anything, and then just logged back out.
Jesus.
So, yeah, that's a lot of effort to go through. So
There's
a little weird.
There's a real Marvel Civil War going on right now. And
this is fuck these movies. This is the drama I live for.
Right.
This is the shit I thrive on it like a vampire when real life people start going, well, you're a fucking I can't believe you'd even do that. And I'm like, oh, mommy and daddy are angry. It's just like being a kid again. Woo! People start yelling. I love being a fly on I wish I could be a fly on the wall in those fucking meetings, man.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard that Disney's meeting with him.
Yeah, I heard that too. That Disney will be having a meeting with. Which, if they're meeting with him, chances are they're gonna give him the movie back, and they'll release another statement. I would assume saying, I was young, I was dumb, blah 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 blah, and they'll let him come back on because
full of baby cum, and then he's immediately fired again. Immediately fired again. What were you thinking, man? Why would you write that statement?
What I have heard,
the world in your fucking palm.
What I have heard is because initially, the only person that supported him initially, the first person was Dave Bautista.
Yeah.
Was the first person that came out and was saying, no, these were jokes. He's a good person. But then when the entire cast now wrote a letter, it's not the letter. I honestly believe that it hasn't gone public yet, but I think that there is some look, you get him back or we're fucking walking, And I really believe that, and I think if there's not anything actually actionable on this dude, if he didn't do, and from everything that's come up, nothing has come up about him actually hurting kids, That I think that some actors put their foot down, and that's the reason Disney's panicking because you can't. We lose Chris Pratt, you lose the entire Guardians thing. You're not going to make a 3.
No, because that'd be a dumb call because that was one of their cheapest to make original movies, and it blew the fuck up.
Oh yeah,
yeah, and this is easy cash. Yeah, this is so much cash. After these shitty Star Wars and all this other, they're gonna have to report a very disappointing couple of quarters coming up if they don't really deliver something. And I don't know if they're really in a position right now to be going, fuck James Gunn. They need another home run.
And what bothers me is whenever the right does this, it forces me to defend people that I hate, because I'm obviously more principle guy than anything. And, it's now they're going after Sarah Silverman and I despise current Sarah Silverman. I think she's a SJW fucking idiot. And a lot of people are like, yeah, she's getting her comeuppance. But to me, I'm not worth giving somebody their comeuppance if it means costing me my values. And I'm not going to fucking sit there and judge Sarah Silverman's clear joke. She didn't actually molest a kid. You know what I mean?
She was so hot back in the day.
She was.
Ugh.
She was.
Not when she was banging Kimmel, but when she was banging David Tell. She
Ah.
was fucking her.
David Tell got out her best?
David Tell with hair banged her.
Oh, wow. That's old school.
It was like like when Comedy
That was her
Central-
writer on SNL, Sarah Silverman?
When Comedy Central was the comedy channel.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah. Just saying.
Yeah, so how many of the spurgs from the Gabe camp and stuff do you guys get in your chat?
Not really a lot. We'll get
It's
one.
died down.
We'll
'Cause
get
Yeah, because I'm back on Cernovich. We've only got a limited time before I could really, fuck with Cernovich, and he's the problem here. Homie had a meltdown, and it's died down. I think because at the end of the day, he hurt his own credibility more than he hurt mine. I didn't really have a meltdown. He did.
Somebody in the chat, Renee, says ROTC is apologetic for a lot of bad behavior because of mommy issues. No, I'll be clear here, and I know you're trying to attack us, and maybe I do have mommy issues. But what I will say is, if you listen to the first half of the show, I went on an entire rant about free speech. I just went on one, and all you were cheering me, yeah, free speech, you're right. But then, see, this is the part of free speech that nobody wants to deal with. Everyone wants to deal with. We want to be able to yell at Jim Acosta and call him an asshole. But then when you go, okay, cool, but that means you're going to have to defend some shitty jokes that maybe James Gunn did or Sarah Silverman did. You have to, again, Mike and I, by the way, this show, we fucking have gone after people. Dan Schneider being the prime example. So you can't even say we don't go after bad. No, we go after bad people all the fucking time.
Yeah, but I need a fucking victim. Give me a victim and I'll go after
Renee, I'm gonna respond as an outsider to this show. They're not talking about free speech to be a pedo. It's free speech to make a joke about pederast and pederast action, and you have to take both as it is.
Yeah.
Because if you're not willing to take both sides of free speech, get the fuck out of the U.S.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine, but don't listen. Nobody's saying you have to laugh at it. There's some shit that I've heard that I'm like, man, that's pretty disgusting, but I've never been like, yeah, we should fire that. Why? Why are we firing everybody? Look, we were all for when they fired Kevin Spacey because he did it. When they fired Harvey Weinstein because he did it.
And besides, pedophile jokes can be funny. The funniest pedophile joke.
She seems to not understand that. I don't know where she's getting her information. Probably QAnon. But
oh yeah, it's QAnon. She's by the way spurging out in the chat right now.
You know what? One of the funniest jokes I ever heard was from Sarah Silverman. It's an old joke, but it's funny. So here's a joke, Luck. So a pedophile's walking through the woods with this little kid, right? It's really late at night. It's dark. They're in the woods. Kid looks at the pedophile and goes, I'm scared. The pedophile looks at the kid and goes, you're scared. I'm the one who has to walk all the way back by myself. That's funny, motherfucker. That is funny.
I like that. That's good. But again,
man, watch the fucking viewer count drop. All the QAnon spies are like,
but
I can't even watch this.
But my point is now, is everybody that listened to the first Eminem album complicit to murdering his wife in a song? Like, this is what this is.
Yeah, you're right.
I was literally 2 months ago, I was saying, man, at least the reason I like the right is if they switched, they were always the ones that were trying to ban stuff. The Christian conservatives were always trying to ban music and Wu-Tang and all that shit. And it's like, wow, the Parents Christian Council, it's like, man, they've changed a lot. Now they've become the party of free speech. And then immediately I open my mouth and I say that and they start going after people. You could think something is disgusting or a joke, but if there's no victim, a crime hasn't been committed. It's a joke. The context matters. It matters. It matters putting something in the context of a joke. Mike said it before. Our generations, Mike and I's generation, and Gluck's two's generation have had to one-up the dead baby jokes. So we went up and we went hard for a while.
All it was. Dead baby jokes were the cringe of the 80s and 90s.
Oh, yeah.
By the time our generation came along, we're like, we got to one-up them, right? So we got to fuck these babies for the joke. Like,
yeah.
there's no more joke with just a baby in a blender. It's got to be a fucked baby in a blender. We got to one-up them. Like, Marilyn Manson was more shocking than Alice Cooper. I hate to break it to you. It's just life. It's, I would like, trust me, I would love to live in a world where everybody's edgelording was done a little less and maybe more selectively. But that has to be. We have to make the world a better place if we want less people like that. People can say what the fuck they want. That's just life, dude.
By the way, Renee says he's not a comedian; he's a director. But you don't have to be a comedian to make a joke. Renee, who I'm sure has made an N-word joke behind the scenes to somebody, or made a racist joke.
I don't think it was a joke.
Yeah. So, but imagine if somebody were to go in and say, "Well, sorry, Renee, you fucking work at." I mean, going by the way she's acting, you work at a Walgreens. You know, you work at a Walgreens photo department. And then they go in and they go, hey, remember when you called that guy the N-word joking around? Well, now we're going to judge you. You're fired. You're not a comedian. You're a receptionist.
Yeah, and then how are you going to pay your lot fees for your trailer?
So we want to fucking hear it from
Renee?
you. Beat it. If you don't like it, leave, stupid. Sorry. Go ahead, Gluck. Apologize.
See, it's the arguments like that where it's like, oh, your babysitter. No, we're talking about one specific situation, and that's you can't straw man the argument with something we're not saying. And I'm prolific in this bullshit because I live in the arguments against feminist bullshit and all that. Like, watch my channel. That's where I started at.
Yeah.
Your arguments? Shut the fuck up, lady. You have no clue what you're talking about. You might as well be arguing feminist arguments here. If you don't like jokes, shut off the TV. Go out into the world and hang around your echo chamber.
I want to point out that I want to point out that this dumb bitch Renee in the chat's going, "Let's talk, don't get emotional." We're not the ones getting emotional. We might be yelling for the purpose of the bit.
We're
to
doing a
amuse our
radio show,
audience,
stupid.
But you're the one who's being emotional by going, pedo jokes bother me. Nobody's allowed to make them. You're the emotional one.
She
you
said.
goofy
She
bitch.
even said you'd hire a babysitter. Listen, would you hire a babysitter to make a pedophile joke? If it's funny enough, sure. Like, I could tell the context if somebody made a pedophile joke versus somebody walked in and goes, "I'm gonna fuck your baby."
I want to use stupid. Well, I want to use stupid Renee's argument against herself. She said James Gunn's not a comedian; he's a director, right? Well, James Gunn's a director; he's not a fucking babysitter. So go fuck your mother, Renee. How you like them apples?
Yeah.
Also, your mom gay.
Yeah. Why don't you go fucking hero yourself?
Oh, sorry. Okay, Renee, we're done with you. Leave, stupid. Go be a boomer.
Go be a boomer somewhere else.
Yeah, seriously. Go fucking. Isn't your daytime TV judge show on? Go watch that. Beat it.
Gluck just sent her for a fucking. Bye. Bye.
See ya, ho. Anyway, what were we
You get 500 seconds. I mean, 300 seconds of not
now
us talking.
think
to you.
about it. And by the way, she's never not talk. All right, so you made a video about the new She-Ra, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, for those of you who don't remember, and of course we do, but back in the day, there was a Mattel trying to sell more toys. Decided, man, He-Man's really popular. We need to make She-Ra. And She-Ra was basically female version of He-Man. And this is what here I'm going to put this up so people could see it. This is what she looked like. This is what copy.
You got to move my face out of there.
I'm going to. I will do that. This is what she looked like. And she was basically if you've watched any cartoon in the 80s, you know exactly what how she was drawn, yeah. But they've come and they've rebooted it. Now, I never watched She-Ra because I was a dude.
Yeah, this isn't
our wouldn't be our
nobody wants to get saved by a chick.
Right. So yeah, no, exactly. Nobody wants to get saved by a chick. So this is what she looked like. Now they have rebooted the show, and
which that's cool. I mean,
No, yeah. So how does the reboot look, Gluck? Does it look good, right? It looks good.
Oh no,
it's the best. I could. It's mirror image. Do you have a picture of it?
Oh yes, here you go. This is what.
no, is it another?
I believe is that what She-Ra looks like now?
Did they do it in anime style?
Yeah, they did it anime style. Actually, I think that's a fanfic pic. That's a fan picture because it has actual. It looks like a girl. The actual redrawing, it looks like a little boy with long hair.
Okay,
Like
I'm
a Final Fantasy character.
Like flat.
Oh, no.
Here it is. You're right. You're right.
Can't
Here
even
you
tell
go.
It's a girl.
This is what she looks like. Flat-chested girl wearing a skirt, but with like those biking shorts that you would wear underneath.
Yeah.
Okay, so is this a new gender-neutral She-Ra? And how about make a new He-Man first?
Oh, yeah, because it doesn't roll. But now she's, from what I've heard, is it's not, the character isn't even based in the fact that He-Man's her brother.
Of course
they
not.
Completely wrote him out because, he's a man.
But, like, he's the... Look, man. This is not how you do a... You're not making a recipe for success here. Do you understand that if I were to do a cartoon, right, about Batman's cousin... No, hear me out on this.
Jerry Wayne.
Or no, Batman's ex-girlfriend.
Okay.
It's going to be a show about the girl who's the lawyer chick, right? The one that the weird-looking Gyllenhaal girl played. Remember, my girl Katie Holmes played her first.
Yeah.
Let's say they did that. They're going to do a film based on the ADA chick from the fucking Batman movies, but Batman's never going to appear in it or any of the male villains.
Well, you know what it's like? It's like that new Venom movie that doesn't have Spider-Man in it in any way, shape, or form.
What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, it's Tom Hardy, right? It's Tom Hardy's playing the new Venom, I believe.
Yeah, and I mean he looks badass.
No, he looks cool, but how do you have a fucking Venom movie without?
Are they different studios?
Yeah, different studio.
Because that makes sense. Because I was gonna say, how do you not have? This sounds like the perfect foil for the young Spider-Man right now, as they're putting together a Spider-Man vehicle. Why would you not have Tom Hardy play Venom and take on fucking the new Spider-Man kid? Is great
because Sony.
It's a goddamn
Sony
dream.
It was not. It's not Marvel. Marvel still doesn't have the rights to Spider-Man or Venom, but they did jointly give work with Marvel to bring Spider-Man into the universe.
Unless Disney buys out Fox like they're planning, that section of Fox. If Disney gets it, then they get them all.
World.
I want this new Avenger Spider-Man taking on Tom Hardy as Venom.
That would be cool.
dope.
That would be really cool.
That would be a great movie, watching him just strong arm and beat the shit out of him like he just did to fucking Batman. This young kid, like, that would be dope. Because I like Spider-Man, because it's like he's just this little skinny nerd kid. He gets the piss beat out of him in every comic and every movie. And then right at the end, he flings you off of a bridge with his web and you die, and it's dope. And you're like, fucking Spider-Man in the end.
Yeah, and I posted a link in the chat to the person who created this, the new She-Ra. She's actually the showrunner for it. It's going to be out on Netflix or something. But take a guess what she looks like. And it's a she.
Okay, so this is the show. Because, traditionally when you go, this is here. This is
what the fuck is this?
This is her.
Wait, no.
Now, by the way, we've played the new Thundercats already, but this is the she looks like Demi Loudner.
She looks like, honestly, what I would imagine if Conan O'Brien's wife had a miscarriage.
She's 26 years old. She's 26 years old, and she's a comic book. Did comic books for a while, from what I'm seeing here. I'm sure they were great.
She's also a flannel shirt enthusiast.
Yes, she is.
And she's a lesbian.
Well, no, get right out of town. How could you tell?
Well, she announces it to the world, but she so they're pushing for this diversity and bullshit, right? On this argument that we got to be diverse. Posted a link to my video was about her supposed diversity, and it was a picture of their writing team. And
does it look like a HuffPo?
Yeah, HuffPo's editorial.
Does it look like a HuffPo editorial staff?
Yeah. If you click that link, take a look at. I'll let you guess which 4 of them are lesbians.
Oh, I think. Well, this might be a tough one. Hold on, we're pulling up now.
More than 4.
Let's see the team here. see.
There's no real brown people in there either.
All right,
there
hold
never
on.
is.
This is
white women that are.
Oh wow! How diverse!
It's white women that are destroying
How
the country.
Oh, good. So a bunch of women that are in adult kickball league. Wonderful. That's great. Professional hide and seekers. This is going to be a good show.
There are two groups that are responsible for the degeneracy and the degradation of Western culture.
Mhm.
One is white women. The other one is city folk. If you take care of one, we can get the other ones in line. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, which one would you take care of?
Which ones are we able to get in line very easily?
Oh, that's a good point. But yeah, it is a all female. Wow, this is going to get. What does it say on the back? She-Ra. She-Writer.
Why are they
She-Ra.
All right, why are they dressed like the fucking pink ladies from Greece? This is terrible.
Dude, I made that exact joke, man.
Did you? Sorry, I.
No, you're good. It's perfect. That's why I thought it was hilarious.
They really look horrendous.
Tell me more, they all date non-whites. Ba ba boop boop ba ba boop boop ba ba. Oh man, that is.
Tell me more. Were you raped as a kid? Hey, that's not cool, guys.
Oh my God! Did you just make a rape joke?
I did.
That's it.
Hold on,
Fire, Mike.
Hold on. We're gonna go here.
I also said something.
Was it your dad?
I also said something that, judging from that photograph, is a statistical probability.
That is a statistical probability that one of their dads or uncles touched them.
Oh God, this is fucking
fucking ruined Greece for everybody.
Yeah, well they ruined. You know what? They ruined She-Ra, so all's fucking fair, right? Fair game.
Oh shit.
Oh God,
it's bad, man, and I know a lot of people are like, well, you're not a kid, so why are you watching it? I don't know, because if I ever have a kid, I want them to watch cool cartoons.
Yeah, seriously.
You know, like I want them to watch something cool. Like here's the thing, it's not like back in the day when it was like after World War II when you had a kid, it's like you're gonna go right into the military and be like your father. I'm not, I just want my kid like. I thought the cartoons were good, and cartoons are cartoons. They hold up, like for kids, you know.
Yeah, 1970s kids, it was like you join the war and fight like your dad.
Yeah.
1990s babies, it was like just don't be a faggot.
Yeah, it was really simple.
Nowadays, it's like just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Nowadays, it's like
nowadays
I
it's
hope
no. You will
don't
take
need
these
estrogen pills.
Yeah, that's a good point. Fucking giving kids estrogen now.
No, we will remove your penis. Tommy.
But I don't wanna. You're gonna be a mommy wanted a girl, and daddy's not here.
Mommy wants to be featured in Forward.
Oh fucking Christ! That magazine.
Now this offered to do a 2-minute Facebook video about us, and then we'll be set for life. Cut off your penis.
Now this isn't set for life. No, but they ruin everything, man. And I don't know. It's like the Ninja Turtles worked. Like I don't need 53 new Ninja Turtles. You know, like and forget even look. What bothers me is forget even cartoons, man. Like even movies now. It went from everyone always complaining like why does it's almost hack now saying why does Hollywood always remake things? Well, it does, but now they're remaking things and not only remaking them, but the Ghostbusters thing. They're just throwing women in them and going, "There you go. Here's something you liked with women," which makes it immediately something I hate.
I'm going to offer
Ocean's 27.
I'm going to offer a compromise because we're going to have to give
3/5.
Well, we're kind of
okay.
We're going to have to give up some ground in this fight.
Okay.
So we're going to have to give up one character in each franchise.
That's
fine.
fine.
Make them a chick. Like with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, just make Donatello a woman because that nigga's already.
No, they
a
got
bitch.
April. They have April.
I know, but I was making a funny joke there.
No, I don't want Donatello to be a girl. I'm sorry. Why the scientist? Is that realistic? A female scientist, Mike?
I just wanted to make the Donatello joke.
I'm sorry. I won't allow it. Michelangelo would be the better girl because she'd be a party girl. She'd be a rave girl.
Michelangelo.
She would have a rave girl with she'd be on Molly all the time. Female Michelangelo just drinking water the entire episode. Fucking the turtle van has a disco ball inside of it. I'm peeking so hard right now.
Fluffy walls for her to touch.
Oh, fuck. G.I. Joe, at least they haven't made that all women, right? That movie G.I. Jane wasn't really. That was.
By the way, you guys are just having all this fucking comic book talk because you're trying to distract people.
From what? What's going
You're
on?
controlled opposition.
I
You're
am.
trying to play, this is just like, you just, the whole world is satanic pedophiles right now.
The
And
whole
you guys-
world?
Yeah.
Every part of it?
Every director in Hollywood. And you guys are just
Every
sitting there
director.
talking about your fucking comic books. You're controlled opposition. And Gluck is controlled opposition.
So now we're
Soros funded.
Yeah, we are. I wish.
That's why.
No shit.
That's why Gluck's been doing all that hard alt-right material lately.
Yeah,
Trying to
what's
win
going
over
on
that
with you,
crowd.
dude?
So he could try to manipulate them all.
Yeah.
I saw your piece criticizing the Holocaust numbers on your channel.
Yeah, why'd you?
Bro.
Why did
Take that video down.
Why did you do that? It actually, I believe the title of it is 6 million. Really, winky face. What was that about? What did you mean by that?
Look, you were quoted as saying the Soviets built the smokestacks in like 1946. Your comment? When did you tweet that?
Poor guy. People are just gonna take this clip out of context, and you'll forever be the guy.
You wouldn't answer us, but we asked the hard-hitting questions.
Have you seen Kyle?
Wait, who?
Which Kyle?
Which Kyle? Who?
See Kyle.
Oh, see Kyle. He was
Oh,
just-
fucking
now you're
asshole!
Out.
I hate you
Now
now.
you're out. Now you're. That's all you need. Now you're demonetized.
Yeah, and you're on the SPLC watch
I'm
list.
gonna fucking tell Gabe Hoffman you're an anti-Semite. He's gonna
Don't!
And he's gonna get 8 people to go after your Patreon.
Don't do that.
What Patreon? I have like one Patreon for $1 a month.
Yeah, they went after. He tried to get everybody to go after hours, and Patreon was like, "Yeah, no." Like fucking 7 people complained, and it was all within a 2-hour period.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's not how it works. Stupid.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Outrage has to come in waves, dummy. You think that I just have a petition going about Cernovich? Just wait. I'm going to, when it comes to assassinating character, because I tweeted out, if you look at @Mersh on Twitter, good plug, you will see that I tweeted out today a tweet where he brags about using these dirty, hard-right black bloc tactics to destroy people. He bragged about it on Twitter. So we're going to do the same thing. After the petition's done, we're going to do all kinds of things. We're going to weaponize, because women are easy to weaponize their anger.
Because they're always angry.
You sweeties are just so easy. So we're going to just sick a bunch of women on them in the next wave. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, I see that picture you posted with Cernovich and that girl. The brunette looks like she's kind of freaked out.
Look, man.
Well, I mean,
hey, come on, brother. I know what I'm doing.
Like he's diddling her butthole or something.
Man,
Optics.
What's funny is that tweet was actually sent out by a QAnon, that Liz Crokin, and she tweeted it, but it was like in an unironically bragatory, like, oh, check out Mike Cernovich at Dinesh D'Souza's new film premiere, and I'm like, that girl, this whole thing looks creepy, and I was like, I'll use it in my new petition tweet. But yeah, he just looks like he's like a fucking stick man who doesn't do steroids anymore.
So is current stick man?
Jesus.
No, you can still get them in jail.
I'm so sick. I'm so sick of the alt-right, man.
So based.
No, I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of everyone acting like a fucking idiot.
Yeah. See if Soros will hire us, Gluck.
Yeah, can you? I know you know his number. Can you call him? I think he has a jitterbug phone.
You remember those commercials?
Dude, they were the big
giant
jitterbug.
buttons?
Yeah.
He's probably one of those billionaires that still insists that they retrofit it so his car phone works. And they're like, Mr. Soros, you don't have to do that. I like it the way I like it. Make my car phone work with the phone. And they're like, that's just, fuck, man. If he just took 2 seconds, we could teach him the Bluetooth. He could drive hands-free.
Not many people know that the reason that George Michael gave away the rights for the jitterbug for the phone commercial was to pay for his AIDS medication. And that's, I don't know if that's true, but it sounds realistic enough that we could start a rumor about it. That's how QAnon works.
Somebody call Isaac Kappey. Somebody give him a fucking gram of blow and tell him that fucking...
I think he only has one phone call where he's at right now, so I don't think he's calling us.
Tell him that Jeffrey Epstein built a base on the moon, and him and the Clintons are molesting kids up there.
Yeah, and he'll write it all in uppercase letters.
Fucking psychopath. That's psychopathic behavior. Like, that's
They're fucking,
not.
Yeah, they're up on the moon and they're fucking kids, and then they jump really high. It's crazy.
Oh, we need to get. I would love to get Isaac on the show. You know, it's not really easy to get this gentleman on the phone.
I asked him, and then he was like, "Yeah, there's a lot going on right now." Yeah, that means you don't want anybody to be even remotely critical of your statements.
Because that's what's going to happen.
Because that's what you're afraid to come on our show, because I'm going to ask you one question and you're going to fall apart.
Whoa,
It's not
someone
even
just
gonna be,
posted something.
It's not even going to be anything resistant to you. It's going to be something like, "Hey, where do you get your dress shirts?" Nobody's fucking lying, man.
I wonder if that's true.
Wait, what did they post?
CNN is reporting Podesta and 3 others have been arrested and charged with treason.
No, they're not. That's not. There's no way, because that sounds like something that QAnon would say, and I really, really doubt it. Oh,
I don't know.
The federal prosecutor said to be investigating lobbyist Tony Podesta after special counsel.
Yeah, but they've been looking at Tony for a while.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's been arrested.
These fucking boomers, man.
Look, I doubt it, but I'm going to go.
Jeff Sessions went and personally put the Podesta brothers in handcuffs. No, he didn't.
No, he didn't do that. He could barely walk.
I followed the white rabbit all the way to Isaac Kappey's apartment. No, that was just a bag of cocaine that had a hole in it.
Pizzagate.
He left a trail of cocaine to his front door.
Yeah, I don't see anything going after them, and not on. It will be the first thing on CNN. So no, because I'm like, man, that sounds like something that a boomer would be posting on Facebook. But yeah, man. I mean, now it's what Mike and I were talking about. We're going to jinx ourselves, but it seems like YouTube is kind of back down a little bit.
Not on Nightwave.
Not on Nightwave? Have they hit you?
I got a fucking nobody. I had maybe like 60, 70 listeners last night.
Right.
Nobody got a notification. Everyone had to go manually get people.
Oh, wow.
Like, Trolita and like Filipinos. There are certain people in our chat that are just well-known people. And then, like, everybody's like, where the fuck is Frozen Asian? Hey, where the fuck's Filipino shit? They were just, hey, the show's on? And they were all arriving. Nick Abbott. Everybody last night was like, no notification. Damian Scott. Yeah, everybody. So they might, because we're hovering a little low today.
Yeah.
And I think they might be fucking with us, too. I think we're getting mass reported by hedge fund managers.
By the way, did you get popped by TMZ for something that wasn't even theirs?
Oh, yeah, I did. I covered Slightly Offensive's thing with Joy Villa, where he was out at the Trump Star talking to people, and some thugs basically rush at him. I mean, they're standing close, but he rushes Elijah, and his bouncer security guard steps in. Another guy swings at him.
Oh, wow.
Well, this footage came from Elijah's team, and apparently TMZ must have covered it because they sound recognized and hit me with a content claim on it.
You know what though? You'll get it because that happened to me with the Las Vegas body cam stuff on Nightwave, and they hit me with it was a strike. It was a copyright strike,
Right.
and I appealed it, and I was like, I even wrote the same thing Gluck just said. I was like, you probably sound recognized it from the ABC segment, but I used the raw camera footage, and then like a day later, they're like, no, you're good, sorry. It happens sometimes. Like they sound,
they're jackasses.
You. But they'll fix it. I mean, it sucks. It's just that TMZ's probably the most well-known people with that audio and video right now. But once they see that you don't have that dumb watermark and you're using the raw footage, you're good. Because I watched a ton of, I got strikes and a couple of other little warnings just for playing all the Vegas stuff, but they all got taken away because I'm like, this isn't copyrighted. This is fucking Freedom of Information Act.
Yeah, that's
This
true.
is out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even still, even if it is, I use it in a fair use manner. I criticize or I, cut it up, and I make sure I'm under fair use. And so I always just hit them back with, this is fair use, and then give them the definition of fair use, and then say why. It's like, go ahead, claim it, and then it'll take, a couple of days to a week, and then they'll either say no, it's not, and then I have to actually force the issue, or because what they're trying to do is just poach on the little bit of money that my channel makes off of those videos.
Of course.
Yeah, and that's why we are very careful on this show, because it does well enough that we want to kind of keep it monetized as best we can.
Yeah.
But like even when I do the solo streams, every episode's going to get hit because we play media and we're just like, it's a very irresponsible, dumb show.
Right.
So, you even play like, Kenny Loggins' Danger Zone while fat people are riding mobility scooters. We could never do that on this show because it kills a 2-hour episode. But at night, it's funny for a 5-minute bit.
Hey, we're coming up here to the end, dude, but plug your channel, which I'll be on tomorrow night.
Yeah, you're going to be joining me late. You thought that WWE was on.
SmackDown's on Tuesday, not on Thursday. I made a mistake, so I'm fine. I'll be on it.
Raw used to be on. SmackDown used to be on Thursdays.
Yeah. Now it's live on Tuesdays. That's why I thought. But yeah, I'll be on it at 11 p.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing 9 p.m. Pacific. Come join us. I just threw my link in the channel. Appreciate a lot of your guys are coming over and checking out my stuff. I do appreciate you guys bringing me on. And
yeah, dude. What's your channel name? Everybody subscribe.
Just post
it's in the link.
He's a fucking.
Well, I know you posted the link, but for people listening via podcast and stuff, I want them to also get your channel.
AGLuck.
See, sorry, I'm trying to be a professional broadcaster.
By the way,
fuck you.
It's AGLuck, no space.
Yes, no space.
Yes.
But dude, thanks for coming on, man. We do appreciate it. That was a lot of fun. We always like having you on. You're always welcome.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah. All right, brother. Take it easy.
Later.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. I like him a lot. Stupid Skype. Guys, we have come to the end of the show. We appreciate you listening. If you appreciate us, become a patron. Patreon.com/we're-not-sorry. Help us get to DC. Streamlabs.com/Revenge of the Sis. Earmark it for DC. That way we know. Make sure to check out Amazon, the Amazon banner on Revenge of the Sis. And any banner you click there, we get 10%. Well, not 10%. We get 8% of the sale. I wish it was 10%. We get a small percentage of the sale, and it helps us. You could buy our merchandise at our shop at RevengeOfTheSis.com. Mike, anything else when you plug?
You got Hippo Juice tonight.
I am not too tired. No Hippo Juice tonight.
All right. Well, I got Nightwave tonight.
He's got Nightwave.
Probably no Nightwave tomorrow if you're going to do Gluck's thing.
Yeah, I'm doing Gluck, so do it tonight.
Tonight we're going to do extra long Nightwave, and then I don't know. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, guys. Thanks for listening.